So today we're going to talk about the best ways to give a presentation. You should definitely take notes because you could use it on the next presentation you have. So first, you're going to want to pause the video and just to think back to one of the best presentations you've ever given, whether that was in high school, in college, an internship you had over the summer. Think about what you did right, what really helped engage the audience and captivate them, and then you can come back and then play the video after you're done thinking about it. So first, we're going to tackle the idea of attention. So we have four main points here. The first one is to engage your audience. So you can do that through different activities, through asking questions, different ways of having them reflect, meditate on whatever you're talking about. That's really important. The next one is to keep your slides concise. So you don't want a lot of extra fluff or information on your slides, otherwise your audience is not going to pay attention and kind of go off into their own world. The next one you want to put on your presentations is to have bold font. So you really want distinct titles. You want your bullet points to be bold as well. That helps with your argument. And then next, you're going to want to use bright pops of color. So this is just easy on the eyes. It helps them pay attention because there's a lot of different colors going on. It's not gray or dark. So we're going to look at a few examples. So this one here, you can tell there's a lot of information. The title's good, it's bold, and it's a contrasting color, but the information here kind of blends in with the background color of the slide. So that's definitely something you want to avoid. This one's really great because they use bright graphics. They have short bullet points here. The title's great. It's all caps, bold. It's perfect. So this is also a good way to kind of keep your audience engaged, just to have a quote, and then you can kind of explain it. It's bold, right-centered in the slide. The next thing we're going to talk about is understanding your audience's memory. So this is pertinent to a presentation as well because you don't want your audience to walk out not remembering anything that you just said. So there's three ways to do this. You can capture your audience by summarizing your findings. And that's basically being able to be confident in what you've researched and what you're sharing with them, have a good argument, a good point of view. Another one is to attract, so grab your audience's attention. So like we said before, activities are great because they're going to remember being involved in them, and everyone they're more likely to remember their own experiences of being involved in the presentation, especially different unique activities are really great too for that. Finally, organization. So due to the primacy and recency effect, people are more likely to remember the beginning of a presentation and the end of a presentation. So you can summarize the beginning of your presentation about what you're going to talk about, and at the end, you can kind of tie everything together with a bow and really keep a focus on what you want to make a point of. So this, for example, is great. You have a table of contents of what you're going to talk about. It's organized perfectly, not too much information on the slide either. This is awesome for the end of a presentation because you have the 2 points that you really wanted to make. Short, concise, bright colors, it's great. The last thing that you should definitely keep in mind is just understand your audience, who you're speaking to, where they're coming from. Are they students? Are they employers? Are they fellow coworkers? That's really important because you also want to relate. And I think that's, besides the other two things I mentioned, that's probably the most important thing in a presentation is to understand who you're speaking to and try to relate and appeal to them.